Welcome back to my 6-deck $12,000 bankroll challenge. Right here are the rules and the bet spread that we've been using. So if you need to pause the screen here, you can. Right, and then lately I've been reminding you that the next several episodes are, this is session 8 by the way, the next several are already on my Patreon. All right, so if you would like access to that, it's going to be available in the lowest tier. So go ahead and sign up for my Patreon. If you want to sign up for a higher tier too, you do get some cool free stuff, like some of my basic strategy flashcards or my deviation flashcards. If that's interesting to you, you can check out the descriptions and things and see which tier is best. But otherwise, if you want access to early, more videos of this 6-deck challenge, you can check out my Patreon. All right, let's get you the money that you need here. Actually, let me show you. We are at $12,930. We had a pretty big win last time. So I think that is what I have in front of me here. We have 10,000, 11,000, 12,000 with some of those blacks. And then that's 12,001, 2, 300, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800. And then together, these are 100 with red. So that's what I say, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900, excuse me. And then 25 and 30. So 12,930 is I think where we are. So I'm going to give those shoved over to you and I'll shuffle up our cards and we will get started today. All right, and then like usual, this last chunk's gonna go right there in the middle somewhere. All right, I got my cut cards. Let me put one on the bottom. Dealer's gonna have you cut the cards somewhere. Does not really matter. And then we'll do this, just like that. I'm gonna try to cut off right at 41 cards. I think last time I had it about perfect, but anyway, that's kind of what our penetration is calling for. Again, that seems pretty generous, but you can do a couple of things. One, you could always stop sooner, right? Because since I go pretty deep into this, if your casino cuts off one deck or 1.25 or something, you can stop where you think you should stop and then don't count any wins or losses from there and play along with it. Or you can just try to look for, I've been finding pretty good penetration out there in my local casinos lately, and so I don't know, maybe they're finally starting to realize that they don't have to cut it so far up, because it just hurts their bottom line when, even if you're not the card counter. All right, so that said, I'm going to cut it right about here. I'm going to say we were pretty short. I'm going to call that 37 cards. Let's see if we're right or not. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 38, 39. I was off by 2, so I probably need to be a little bit better than that. Okay, our penetration does call for 41, so if that's 39, we have 40 and 41. Okay, I'll put our cut card there on the bottom, and then you can now see what 41 cards does look like. So if they cut more than that off at your local casino, make sure you're taking that into account. Or if they're cutting off less, then that's even better. I would absolutely play those games, depending on the other rules, of course. All right, let me throw these into our shoe, and then we will get started. I do have my burn card. I forgot that a couple times ago. We'll put that over here into our discard tray. I also lowered the camera a little bit, so hopefully it's at a little better angle for you to see the penetration. Or not the penetration, the discard tray, excuse me. And our minimum bet of $10 is coming out here. Okay, here come those casino type sounds. You ready to count? Ready, get set, let's count. All right, we actually have to stop right there because I got us at a count that is below that true count of -3. All right, with 3 decks left here, I think I just hit a true -4, and so because of that, we're going to stop. We're really close to a true -4, if not quite there. All right, so we're going to stop. Because it's a shorter one, I might actually just reshuffle these and do it one more time, especially because we're up a little bit here. And I'm not going to count through all those. That wouldn't make for a good video. And so let me just shuffle these up with those, and I'll tell you what, just to kind of mix them up a little bit more, I'll do this half over here and this half. I think we're right at half. Let's see. Yeah, pretty close to half way through, and I'll shuffle these together, and that way hopefully it mixes it up a little bit, and we can maybe even get a positive count next time. We'll see. All right, those should be all shuffled up. The dealer again would ask you to cut the cards. Let's cut them right in the middle because it should not matter. And then I was just a couple cards off last time, so this time I'm also going to cut it in the same spot. I'm not going to count it out though, since we already did that once in this video. There you go. You can see that's about in the same spots. We'll start over again. I would recommend you doing this, getting up at least a -3, if not sooner. You know, your number might be -1 or -2 for the true count, depending on when you want to get up. All right, and then I'll again throw our burn card. Lost the name of that for a second. Burn card over here. Our minimum bet of $10. Tell you what, we got a lot of reds going on. Let me cash in some of these for some greens, because I think we're going to have a positive shoe this time. I don't know. You never know, right? So let's do 1, 2, 3 greens there. I'll put these back. Put these over here. Our minimum bet of $10. Ready to count. Ready to get set. Let's try it one more time. All right, count started off a little bit negative again, but then eventually we got up to, I think, as high as I don't know if we got 3 greens out there, but at least 2 at some points. And I think our green stack rose a little bit. We ended up losing maybe some reds or breaking even. So we might be up just a little bit overall, but we'll count that up in a second. First off, though, I got to take my burn card plus these, and that should be the opposite of what we have. Let's count it out and see if we are right or not. We have D1, D2, D1, 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D3, D4, D5, D4, D5, D4, D3, D2, D3, D4, D3, D2, D1, D2, D3, D2, D1, D2, and D2. And ooh, I might have been off a little bit. So here, give me 1 second to count this back up. Yeah, I think I was off by 1 here. And so I has that +3, but this was at -2, and those do not equal 0. So my bets might have been off by 1. All right. However, this brings up a good opportunity. I'm going to leave this in here to show you, 1, that I'm not perfect, and 2, that every 6 decks or so, which if we're playing a 6-deck shoe, that'd be about a little bit over one shoe that you're playing, because they cut off a little bit. But every 6 decks, most pros are okay by being off by 1 on the running count. And so far we haven't been off, I don't think, until this 8th session. And so that's, if we kind of round this to about 5 decks that we play, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 that I was right. And then I was off by 1 there in these first 40 decks, if you might say. So I would say that's probably acceptable, although I'm not very happy with myself for missing that, and neither should you be if you were off. So I'm sure maybe I pointed out on the screen or something as when I went back and edited this. Anyway, I'm going to get our chips count up for us, and this was kind of like a session and a half, since we kind of had to stop that first round, but we were up a little bit, so we might have cashed in a win. Let me count these up and we'll see. All right, so if we count these up, we still have our $10,000 chip, and then these are in groups of 1,000 as well. So 10, 11, 12,000. That was our original starting amount when we first started here at 12,000. So everything else is going to be profit on top of that. However, we got to see if we won or lost. I need above 930 from this part. So we have 1, 2, 300, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, and then this is 10, or you could say another 1,000 with this kind of back row. So we are at 13,000, and then these are in groups of 5, so 25, 50, 75, and then 80, 85, and 90. So we are at $13,090. I'll write that in. All right, so 13,090. So after 8 shoes, well, kind of 8.5, I guess, if you count today's, 1.5 in there, we are up over $1,000 just by using our little bet spread over here. In fact, today I don't think we hardly got above a $50 bet in any of that. We were playing a lot of red chips, but those do add up over time, so be careful with, don't be tipping those away, as that's part of your edge. Okay, anyway, next time we will hopefully count that right. Again, my apologies for the miscount. I was off by 1 there. Next time will be session number 9 with this 6-deck $12,000 bankroll. Until then, remember, this is A1 Blackjack.